English Listening Lab.
Hi, I'm Emma from the English Listening Lab. Today, we're going to learn how to ask for directions in English confidently.
Hi, I'm Jack, and I sometimes get lost when I travel, so I really want to learn this.
That's exactly why we're here, Jack. Asking for directions is something we all do, and doing it in English can feel tricky at first. But don't worry, I'll guide you step by step. Let's start with understanding your location.
Okay, sounds good.
First, before you ask someone for directions, it helps to know exactly where you are. Simple phrases like, I am at the park near Main Street. I am in front of the supermarket. I am next to the gas station.
Oh, so I should describe a landmark near me.
Exactly. Landmarks make it easier for people to understand you. Even if you don't know the exact address, mentioning nearby buildings, shops, or streets works very well.
Got it. So I can say I'm near the coffee shop, and it's clear.
Perfect. Now, let's move to polite requests. In English, it's always good to start politely. Phrases like, "Excuse me, can you help me?" "Hi, I'm sorry to bother you, but could you tell me?" "Hello, would you mind giving me directions to?"
I notice you use excuse me a lot. Why is that?
Great observation. Excuse me is a polite way to get someone's attention. It's very common in English, especially when approaching strangers. People are more likely to help when you are polite.
That makes sense. And then I say what I need.
Exactly. After excuse me, you can ask about streets, places, or landmarks. For example, excuse me, can you tell me how to get to Central Library? Hi, I'm sorry to bother you, but could you show me the way to Main Street?
What if I don't know the exact street? Can I use something else?
Absolutely. You can describe the place using landmarks. Excuse me, can you tell me how to get to the big supermarket near the park? It's simple and clear. People understand landmarks faster than exact addresses.
I like that. It feels easier than trying to remember street names.
Exactly, Jack. Now, let's practice asking about landmarks with a small exercise. I'll say a scenario, and you try asking for directions. Ready?
Yes, let's do it.
Imagine you are at a bus station and you want to go to a library next to a cafe. How would you ask politely?
Excuse me, can you tell me how to get to the library next to the cafe?
Perfect. That's exactly right. Simple and clear.
Great. What if I want to ask about a restaurant near a park?
You can say, "Hi, I'm sorry to bother you, but could you show me the way to the Italian restaurant near the park?"
Oh, I see. Just mention the type of place and the landmark.
Yes, that's the key. Now, let's talk about short, useful phrases you can use anytime. These are mini expressions that make your request smoother. Could you help me? Do you know where is? Which way is? How far is?
I like which way is. It's short and easy.
Exactly. Short phrases work best because they are easy to say and easy for the listener to understand.
What about pronunciation? I sometimes feel nervous about saying street names.
Great question. Speak slowly and clearly. It's much better than rushing. For example, instead of saying, "Main Street Library, please," break it into parts. Main Street, Library, please.
That feels easier to say, and I think people will understand me better.
Exactly, Jack. English is not about speed, it's about clarity. Now, let's try another mini practice. I'll give you a place, and you ask me for directions politely.
Okay.
You are at a park and want to go to the nearest pharmacy.
Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the nearest pharmacy?
Perfect. Very clear and polite. This is starting to feel natural. That's the goal. Confidence comes from preparation and practice. Let's add one more tip before we finish this first part. Always listen carefully to the directions given. Sometimes people say, Go straight, then turn left at the supermarket. Take the first right after the traffic light.
Oh, yes. Sometimes I get lost because I forget the steps.
Exactly. That's why it helps to repeat back what you understood. For example, you can say, "So I go straight and turn left at the supermarket."
Ah, that confirms I understood correctly.
Yes, and if you don't understand, politely ask again. "Sorry, could you repeat that? Can you show me on a map?"
That makes sense. I don't have to guess.
Exactly, Jack. Remember, asking for directions is a common conversation in real life. With these phrases, you're already well prepared.
Thanks, Emma. I feel more confident already.
That's great to hear. Remember to practice these phrases daily. Even imagining a short role play in your mind helps.
All right, Jack. Now imagine the person giving you directions has started explaining. They say, "Go straight for 2 blocks, then turn right at the bakery."
Sometimes I get confused with blocks and turns. How do I make sure I understand?
That's a common concern. Here's a simple trick. Break it into small steps and repeat what you hear. You can say, "Okay, go straight for 2 blocks, then turn right at the bakery." Did I get that right?
Ah, repeating it helps me remember and shows I'm listening.
Exactly. And if you miss something, don't worry. You can politely ask, "Sorry, could you say that again?" Or, "Can you show me on a map?"
That feels much less stressful than pretending I understood everything.
Perfect. Now let's practice common phrases to respond to directions. For example, when someone says, "Go straight, then turn left at the traffic light," you can reply, "Okay, straight, then left at the traffic light. Got it, thank you."
I see, so I repeat the key steps and then thank them.
Yes, polite and clear. People like it when you listen carefully.
What about if I need more details, like how far something is?
Great point. You can ask, "How far is it from here?" Or, "Is it within walking distance?"
That's simple. I can understand whether to walk or take a taxi.
Exactly. Another useful phrase is, "Can you give me a landmark to look for?" This helps a lot because landmarks make directions easier to follow.
Oh, I can ask that if I don't know the street names.
Exactly. Now, sometimes people use terms like cross the street, take the first left, or turn right at the corner. Let's practice those phrases together. Cross the street, take the first left, turn right at the corner.
Cross the street, take the first left, turn right at the corner.
Perfect. Notice how short and clear these phrases are. They're easy to say and easy to understand.
I feel like I'm learning a small direction vocabulary.
That's exactly it. Vocabulary like this makes your English practical and useful immediately.
What if the directions are too complicated? Sometimes they give many steps.
That happens a lot. In that case, break it into smaller parts. Repeat each step and make sure you understood before moving to the next. You can say, "So first I go straight. Okay. Then I turn left at the bakery. Got it. Then what?"
Ah, step by step. That makes it easier to remember.
Exactly, Jack. And don't be afraid to ask for confirmation at the end. "Did I understand correctly?" It's polite and makes sure you won't get lost.
That's really helpful. I sometimes panic when directions are long.
It's normal. The key is to stay calm and use simple phrases. Speaking slowly, listening carefully, and repeating steps works every time.
I like that. It makes directions less scary.
Now let's practice a mini role play. I'll be the person giving directions and you ask politely. Ready?
Ready?
"Excuse me, can you tell me how to get to the museum?"
Yes, of course. Go straight for 3 blocks, then turn right at the cafe. The museum will be on your left. Okay, straight for 3 blocks, then right at the cafe, museum on the left. Thank you very much.
Perfect, Jack. You repeated the steps and added a polite thank you. That's exactly how it should sound.
I see. Repeating makes me feel confident I understood correctly.
Exactly. And here's another tip. Sometimes people will say, it's near, or you'll see. For example, go straight, turn left, it's near the bank. Or, you'll see a red building on your right. That's the library.
So I should listen for landmarks again.
Yes, landmarks are easier than street names. And when you're not sure, ask, is it near a bank? Will I see a red building?
That's so useful. It feels less scary to ask questions.
Absolutely. Asking for clarification is a part of learning English naturally. People expect it and are happy to help.
Okay, Emma, I'm feeling more confident now.
That's great, Jack. One last tip for this part. When you actually follow directions, keep talking to yourself softly in English. For example, okay, go straight, turn left at the bakery, I'll see the museum on my left.
So I practice while walking?
Yes, speaking quietly helps you remember steps and improves confidence.
That's smart. I'll do that next time I go out.
Perfect. That's all for this part. Remember, the key points are ask politely, use landmarks, repeat steps, and don't be afraid to clarify. All right, Jack. So now you've followed the directions and you're almost at your destination. What's next?
I guess I just arrive and maybe ask one last question if needed.
Exactly. Even at the destination, small talk and polite phrases matter. You can say, "Excuse me, is this the museum?" Or, "Hello, I just wanted to check if I'm in the right place."
Ah, so I confirm politely before entering.
Yes, Jack. Simple confirmations show confidence and make communication clear. And notice how easy the phrases are: short, polite, and practical.
That makes sense. I used to feel nervous, but this feels manageable.
Great. Now, sometimes you may need to ask for help on the way back. You can use phrases like, "Could you tell me how to get back to the station?" Or, "What's the easiest way to return to the main street?"
Okay, so the same rules apply. Polite questions, landmarks, and repeating steps.
Exactly. And here's a tip for extra clarity. You can use gestures if needed. Pointing or showing a map is natural and helps the listener understand quickly.
That's helpful. Sometimes I struggle with pronunciation, so gestures are a backup.
Yes, but don't worry too much about perfect pronunciation. Clear and slow speech works best. For example, I'm looking for the library. Pause and repeat if necessary. Library? Where is it?
Got it. Slow and clear is better than fast and worried.
Exactly. Now imagine you're outside, asking directions again. You can combine phrases. "Excuse me, can you help me? I'm trying to find the bus stop. Is it far from here?"
And the person might say, go straight, turn right, you'll see it next to the coffee shop.
Perfect. Then you reply by repeating, "Okay, straight, then right, next to the coffee shop. Thank you so much."
Repeating really makes me feel like I understood.
Absolutely, Jack. Now, let's practice a small role play for the return trip. I'll be the local giving directions. "Hello, do you need directions back to the train station?"
Yes, please. Could you tell me the way?
Sure. Go straight for 2 blocks, then turn left at the supermarket. The station will be on your right.
Okay, straight for 2 blocks, left at the supermarket, station on the right. Thank you very much.
Excellent, Jack. That's polite, clear, and confident.
I feel ready to ask for directions in real life now.
That's wonderful. One final tip. When someone helps you, always show gratitude. Phrases like, "Thank you for your help," or "I really appreciate it."
That's simple, but it makes a good impression.
Exactly. And if you want, you can add, "You've been very helpful." It's natural and friendly.
I like that. It feels good to end on a positive note.
And here's a small practice exercise for you. Next time you go out, ask for directions to a nearby place and try to use at least 3 phrases we practiced: repeating steps, asking for landmarks, and thanking the person.
I will do that, Emma. It sounds like a fun way to practice.
Perfect. Remember, Jack, the key to mastering English directions is stay calm, ask politely, repeat for clarity, use landmarks, and always say thank you.
I feel much more confident now. It doesn't feel scary anymore.
That's the goal. Jack, you've done a great job practicing today. And to everyone watching, try these tips in your next real-life situation. Comment below and tell us, where did you ask for directions recently, and what phrases did you use?
Yes, sharing your experience helps you remember and others learn too.
Exactly. That's it for today's lesson on English phrases for asking directions. Keep practicing, stay confident, and remember, simple, clear, polite English works every time.
Thank you, Emma. I feel ready to use these phrases in real life.
You're welcome, Jack. And thank you to everyone watching English Listening Lab. Keep practicing and see you in the next video.